Hey everybody, it's Christy. Tonight's video I wanted to talk to you about when I very first started with e-commerce. It was in October of 2016 and I had made a decision that I was going to do this business and see how it went. So previous to that I had gone through some major life changes. Most of you know that I got divorced and I have two little kids. And up until that time, I had been pretty much a stay-at-home mom, and I had gotten to spend as much time with my kids as I wanted and be with them for every little thing that they were doing or had going on. I got to be there for that. And the circumstances that surrounded that whole life change were, well, they were irritating to me, to be honest with you, because actions that other people did put us in a really bad financial situation quickly, and things just changed quickly, and I was left in a place of uncertainty very quickly, and I still had to take care of my kids, and I got really upset because I started to think, because of some decisions that other people made, I'm going to have to go and get a regular job, probably as a nurse again, which is what I used to do, and what my degree is actually in, and I'm going to have to leave my kids with some stranger for 12 to 13 hours a day, so I could go do that job, and I'm not going to get to see them grow up anymore. And to be honest, I was really mad about that, because I was like, it's not fair that I suddenly have to choose the way that I want, or suddenly have to change the way that I want to parent my kids, and the way that I'm there for them. And I felt just, the whole thought of it just made me feel horrible, and it made me feel horrible for the kids, because they had no earthly idea what was going on. Everything in their world changed suddenly also, and I didn't want the fact that I wasn't going to be able to be there for them anymore, like I had been, to be something that they even had to worry about. So, I figured some things out, I made it work for a little while, but at the same time I was like, I need a plan, like I need to figure out something that I can do. And it was October 2016, I was like, alright. I called my friend Amy. She had been in e-commerce for years at this point, 8 to 10 years, something like that. And I said, Amy, I am broke. I am ridiculously broke. Like, I have to figure out how I'm going to pay my rent broke and feed my kids. And I have very little money in the bank. But I know that you've been doing this for a long time. Do you think that I could start it on a fairly small budget? And she was like, I can show you how to take around $100, $150 and turn it into $800 if you listen to me. I was like, let's go. So she first recommended a website that I use still to this day. It's a training website. It's amazing. It has like so detailed training, literally, for eBay and Amazon and Shopify and a lot of other things that I haven't even utilized on the website, but what I mostly use it for is eBay and Amazon. She said, you need to get this training and you need to start setting up some listings on eBay. So I did that, and the first thing I sold was some Crest white strips to some dude in Russia. I was freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, it has to go all the way to Russia, which isn't a big deal, whatever. Just make sure you charge for international shipping, which the training taught me to do. And Amy also gave me so many pointers. She was awesome. And then, I think he bought like 8 boxes of them from me. So I immediately made, a pretty decent profit. So I was like, okay, I think I want to start working on the Amazon stuff. I kept listing on eBay. And I said, but I think I want to open an Amazon store. She's like, all right. I said, I don't have very much money though, because the difference with eBay and Amazon is, on eBay, you list something. What I was doing was drop shipping. So basically, I didn't actually own anything that people were buying from me. I would list it, and then once a person bought it from me, I would go and buy it from my supplier and ship it straight to that person, and then basically keep the profit. So the person would buy it from me for obviously more than I could buy it for, and then I would buy it for the lesser price, ship it to the customer, and then keep the profit. So I wasn't really out any money up front because I wasn't actually spending any money on the product until someone paid me. But with Amazon, I wanted to do what's called FBA, which means Fulfilled by Amazon. So basically, I had to go and purchase items, ship them to Amazon, so that they could then in turn ship them to the customer when they placed orders. And that's how people get the free 2-day Prime shipping, is people like me send in their product, and then Amazon ships it to the customer. So I was like, okay, I want to do that. I think I can do it, but I need your help. So Amy, again, was amazing, and she helped me. And like I said, it was in October, the beginning part of October, end of September maybe. And Amy said, well, the good news is it's about to be Q4, which is like crazy land time. We'll talk about that in another video. But it's when people pretty much throw their budgets completely out the window and they act like shopping lunatics. And they spend insane amounts of money on things that are just like unbelievable. And I was like, okay, I have no clue how to shop. People say that to me now when they ask me, how did you do this? And I tell them a few things, and they're like, oh, I don't know how to shop. I didn't know how to shop either. Like I mentioned, I was on a very tight budget, trying to figure out how to pay my rent, much less I didn't go shopping. If we didn't need it, we sure didn't get it. So there was no shopping for me. I did not know what was popular. You know, my kids were very small at that point. They weren't out there telling me, you know, what movies were popular, and they weren't telling me what the latest toy was going to be or whatever. They just weren't old enough yet. So I had to rely on sale papers, those hot toy lists, and Amy. I know I talk about Amy a lot. She is awesome. She still is a great mentor. She helps me. She helped me with a question earlier this week. But anyway, she said, all right, what you're going to do is go to the Dollar Tree. If you have $100, go to the Dollar Tree and spend as close to $100 as you can. Grab these few items, and she told me about a few things, just like a candy bucket for a kid, because it was Halloween time. A candy bucket for a kid. She said grab these craft items and make a bundle out of them. And then I ended up seeing these little like things that you put into a pumpkin to decorate. So it's not like a carving kit, but it's like this other thing that you decorate a pumpkin with. And I made a bundle of those. So I went and got them. And I was scared to death, y'all, because I seriously, $100, like spending $100 on stuff and hoping that it sold, was so scary to me because I didn't have $100. It was like huge risk. And I'm like, you know, now $100 is like nothing. But at that time in my life, $100 was feeding my kids for several days. And so I was like, oh man, I was praying. I was like, please God, let this work. So I went, I got the things that she told me to get. I went home, I got a box. She was like, you're going to put them in boxes and you're going to ship them to Amazon. And I was freaking out because the whole time I'm shipping this box, or packing this box up, the box was huge. It was like, I think it was like 18 by 18 by 24 inches. And then I weighed it, and it weighed like 35 pounds. And I was like, oh my God. I was on FaceTime with Amy. She helped me through the whole process. And I was like, Amy, this box is going to cost me $50 to ship alone. And I think I spent like $83 at the Dollar Tree. I got as many of the items as they actually had in stock as she told me to. And then, you know, they didn't have enough items for me to fulfill the $100, which was fine because I was like, crap, I'm going to spend $50 just on shipping this thing. She was like, no, you're not. Just put it on the scale, weigh it, and then, you know, input the information into the spreadsheet that Amazon has for you. So I did. I did exactly what Amy told me to do, and I put it in, and I hit the confirm button kind of like this. I was like, oh, I want to see the number that's going to pop up. You guys, it was amazing because I didn't know this. Of course, Amy knew that Amazon, when you ship product to them, you receive their UPS and their FedEx discounts. So basically, that box cost me $8.36 to ship. It was like 35 pounds. I freaked out when that number popped up because I was so scared. And so I printed my label, and I hurried on over to the UPS store, and I shipped it out. And so I was like, what now? And she said, well, now you wait. Basically, you wait for your items to get to where they're going. They went to LeBron, Kentucky, I think, and she said, now you wait, and then when they get there, you'll get an email that they're checking them in, and then you'll start to see them popping up in your inventory. So, sure enough, a couple of days later, they started popping up. And I was like, well, how would I know when I get a sale? And she was like, just keep hitting refresh on your app and you'll see. Well, the next thing I know, one of those candy buckets sold. You guys, I got these candy buckets for $1 and they were selling for $14.99. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And my question was, why? Why do people spend $14.99 on something that they could get for $1 at the Dollar Tree? And Amy was like, well, first of all, they don't know they could get it at the Dollar Tree. Second of all, maybe their Dollar Tree's out. And third of all, they like the convenience of Amazon. And she was like, and fourth of all, why do you care? You're in this business to make money, right? You wanted to make money? I'm telling you how to make money. Just do what I say. So I was like, I'm doing what you say, girl. So I just kept watching it, and I sold completely out of those candy buckets. And then I sold completely out of the craft item. And I sold completely out of those little pumpkin decoration things. And I was just sitting there with my mouth open because literally at one point, some lady bought 4 of those candy buckets for me. So do the math. So I paid $4 for those, right? $1 a piece. She paid $60 for those. 60. I paid 4. I just sat there like literal tears rolling down my face because it was like an answer to prayer of how am I going to feed my kids? And then turning $100, less than $100 technically, into like $800 in a matter of a couple of weeks, I think. And that was just like a rough start. So I was like, wow, imagine what I can do if I really, really apply this and what she's teaching me and this website that I was learning all this stuff from and just give it a good go. And after that, it went. And it is still going. Last month, or I guess it was December, it was still Q4, and I was just like, I was blown away by my own self. And I had a horrible month, like personally, horrible month. We moved, like, you should have seen me moving the stuff that I needed to ship to Amazon. I was like, there's not enough time in the day. We had some personal medical issues. There was just setback after setback after setback. Thanksgiving in the middle of all that. And I still had a huge month. I was like, man. So if I could do all that with so many setbacks and just the worry and scaredness and I don't know. It was such a sigh of relief to see what was possible. And I'm still seeing what's possible. This business is just going to grow and grow, and I know that, and I can help you get your business to grow and grow too. If you want more details, you can message me, but I would totally suggest that you follow me on this page, and you follow my YouTube account. I just started up a new YouTube account, and I'm going to be doing some videos like this where I tell you, these are the things that I did, this is how I learned what I learned, and I'm just sharing, because if I could do it, anybody could do it. If I could go from being so broke that I had no clue how I was going to take care of my kids to taking my kids with me to Walmart to buy flip-a-zoos and selling them, you can too. Alright, so I'm going to bed. I hope you guys are having a good night. Talk to you soon. Bye.